Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
I think there's no human being that was ever treated worse in Congress than Justice Kavanaugh.
And Harris led the battle.
That's right. Oh, she was vicious. Oh, she was the most vicious. She was going after them, just like with Mike Pence, where she said, "You're interrupting me. I want to talk." And that's why, look, ABC is probably the worst in terms of fairness.
Yeah, could have said no.
Pre-pussing. He is in his pre-pussing phase about the debate.
He could have said no.
Yeah, she was, with Brett Kavanaugh. Maybe she doesn't like rapey liars.
Maybe.
Like you.
Yeah.
Nah.
She doesn't like criminals.
All right,
We know
that.
that.
You know what? Let's just, because Jody wants to, let's just get through all the Donalds.
Oh, yes,
no.
I want to
And
so
now
badly.
they have Kamala, who they say has many deficiencies, but she's a nasty person.
Oh.
The way she treated Mike Pence was horrible. The way she treats people is horrible.
What about the way you
But
treated
the way
Mike?
she treated
What?
Justice Kavanaugh during that hearing, in the history of Congress, nobody's been treated that way.
Oh, so terrible. I'm sorry. Point of order. What about the way you treated? Did she try to have Mike Pence hung? Because you did.
Yes.
Did she try to have him killed?
She did not.
Because that seems
No.
worse to
She
me.
did
But
not.
maybe I know who we can ask. Oh, Bob. What? So I mean, he is pre-pussing about the debate. Everybody's like, oh no, he has to show up. But I mean. He's just, I feel like he's going to get annihilated. He knows it. So, like, what is your, first of all, as we keep saying, like, how do they even know how to drug him? Because clearly he's stoned out of his gourd in half these latest interviews. Right. And I don't know whether, do you give him uppers, downers to calm him down? Like, I don't even know.
Yeah, there was one thing. There was one address that he gave. I forget exactly where it was. It was about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, where he was just absolutely asleep during the whole thing.
Yeah.
It was
oh my God,
somber, so somber, but he was sleepy, so sleepy. He was incredibly somnambulant, if that's an actual word. But it was,
nicely done, sir.
Throwing vocabulary out today. But no, I'm so sick and tired. Kimberly and I were having this conversation last night, how tired we are of just seeing his face and hearing his voice.
No, I
and
just
of
said
course,
that.
this is, we're not alone in this, of course. Right. But whenever he goes off, as he did in the tape that you just played, about how people are treated, he's always so concerned about who's treating someone else poorly.
Yeah.
And it's just,
I'm just
more
happy
whining.
Nasty Woman's back, because I have a lot of T-shirts, so that's good.
Well, that's going to be the thing. Next Tuesday night, it's going to be lots of, you're so vicious, you're so nasty. Look at how nasty he is. You're being so nasty. And that's going to be his entire thing throughout that entire debate is going to be attacking Kamala Harris for being nasty and vicious. You can absolutely count on that. You know,
he is not doing any prep. We're told, Bob, because he has such a fine grasp of the issues.
Oh, yeah.
She, however, is doing prep. And somebody used to work on her campaign said somebody's got to be in the debate prep. Can you say this word? An a-hole on national TV. Someone's got to be the a-hole here. Someone's got to sit there and really pepper her to get her annoyed and aggravated, because that's probably what Trump's going to do. And what you want her to do is work out that aggravation in prep and not do it when she's on stage. That is going to. When I hear him talk, I'm like, how can she even run against this thing, this person? Like he does. Bob, you make this point all the time, and I think you tweeted about it. Just ask him to explain anything, and he can't. What a tariff is, what Article 5 is, what 2% of a nation's GDP means for military. Like, he doesn't understand any of it. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what the dividing line is between what he understands and what he doesn't understand, and what he's deliberately trying to tell his disciples to believe or to not believe. It's this weird thing that we're always trying to figure out. Is he lying, or does he just not know? He was president for 4 years.
Yeah.
And still doesn't seem to understand what a tariff is. And it's the centerpiece of his economic plan.
And
yet he's still getting high approval marks for the economy somehow, which is so completely confounding to me.
I said this yesterday.
Given all of the things. Yeah.
Convicted business fraudster, a 5 times bankrupt. It's just, you requoted, he said, tariffs, it's not a tax on the middle class, it's a tax on other countries. Oh my God! You retweeted Lawrence O'Donnell. Employment at Fox requires ignorance of the undeniable fact that other countries don't pay 1 penny of Trump's tariffs. Only American consumers pay Trump tariffs. No one else in the world pays them. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
But his morons are, let's tax China. It's like, there is no mechanism for America to tax other countries.
Right. The great irony is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are, they lose a few points on the economy because of inflation.
Yeah.
Well, the irony of that is that if Donald Trump becomes president, he's going to implement this huge tariff regime that's going to skyrocket inflation. Yeah. Prices are going to go through the roof. He even wants to replace the income tax with tariffs, which would increase prices by something like 130%. This would be a regressive tax against poor middle-class earners and so forth. They would be paying a larger percentage of their income because they're buying things, and they'd be paying a larger percentage of their income than wealthy people. And so that puts the tax burden essentially on middle-class Americans, which is just absolutely absurd. And again, he continues to get high approval numbers or relatively high approval numbers on the economy. And
Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. I hope you'll join me on my new audio podcast, Justice Matters. I'll be using my 30 years as a federal prosecutor and Army JAG to unpack, break down, and explain the legal issues of the day, particularly where the legal intersects with the political. Please look for Justice Matters with Glenn Kirshner wherever you generally get your podcasts.